Have you ever wondered how you can really prove your English skills are ready for the world stage? Well, today, we're diving into one of the biggest answers to that question, the Cambridge IGCSE for English as a Second Language. We're going to break down what makes it such a global benchmark for students who are aiming high. I mean, it's a huge question, right? In a world that's more connected than ever, proving your language skills isn't just a nice to have, it's essential. So how do you actually show a top university or a future boss that, yep, you're ready to communicate in English? Well, here's one of the most powerful answers out there. The Cambridge IGCSE ESL, it's designed to be that exact proof. Think of it as an international standard that tells the world you've got the English skills you need to thrive, no matter where you are. And this, right here, gets to the heart of what it's all about. This is not about memorizing grammar rules from a dusty old textbook. The whole point of this program is to build students who can actually use the language confidently and effectively in real life. And to do that, Cambridge's approach goes way beyond just the language. It really focuses on shaping the learner themselves. It's all built around 5 key qualities that help you develop a much more well-rounded set of skills. So these 5 attributes, they're really the foundation for everything. It's about helping learners become confident enough to share their ideas, responsible for their own learning journey, reflective enough to consider different points of view, innovative in how they solve problems, and really engaged with the world. You see? It's about building a global mindset, not just a bigger vocabulary. And don't just take my word for it. This quote from a school in Indonesia just nails it. They don't see it as just a test. They see it for what it is. A passport, opening up doors for their students to go on and study pretty much anywhere they want. Okay, so how does Cambridge actually measure all these skills? I know, it might sound a bit complex, but the way they test you is actually pretty straightforward. Let's break it down into the main parts. First things first, let's look at where your grade actually comes from. And wow, look at that. A massive 70% of it is based on reading and writing. That tells you right away what the big focus is. Can you understand what you read? And can you express your own ideas clearly on paper? That's key. The other 30%, that comes from listening.
So this table gives us a great snapshot. You've got that 2-hour reading and writing paper, that's the heavyweight for sure. Then you've got the listening test, which is all about proving you can keep up in real time. But here's the part you really need to notice, the speaking test. It's super important, of course, but it's actually graded separately. It shows up on your certificate, but it doesn't affect that main A star to G grade.
All right, now for what's probably the most important question of all. What do these grades actually do for you? What do they unlock? Let's talk about the real-world value here. Getting a grade C or higher in the IGCSE ESL is the same as hitting the B2 level on what's called the Common European Framework of Reference. I know that sounds super technical, but just think of B2 as the magic level. It's the global standard that thousands of universities look for. It's basically the key that proves you are ready to study, debate, and write essays at a university level, all in English. So, does it work? Do students actually hit this mark? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. In a case study at the British school in Egypt, a pretty incredible 78% of their students got those top grades of A star to C. That means they are officially university ready. And that same school said it's more than just a certificate you hang on the wall, it's a launch pad. They see it as the perfect preparation for tougher stuff down the road, like A-levels or the IB program. It builds that critical foundation you absolutely need. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground here, so let's just zoom out for a second and lock in the main things you need to remember from all of this. So here's the bottom line. 1, this is not just an English test, it's about building confident communicators for a global world. 2, your main grade comes from reading, writing, and listening, while speaking is a separate but important endorsement. 3, getting that C or better gets you to that B2 level, the golden ticket for university admission. And finally, all of this adds up to one thing. It's a proven way to open up a world of opportunities. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. This qualification is clearly a powerful tool, right? A key that can unlock the world. But it does make you wonder, when access to that world depends so much on a single test, who might be getting left behind? Something to chew on.